Hi, I'm Plexi Cosplay. Today I've partnered with DecoArt to bring you the Fantasy Effects overlapping iridescent scale painting technique. I've chosen a breastplate for my piece, but you can use this technique on any piece of cosplay armor that has the overlapping dragon scales. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start with painting a black base on your breastplate. So let's get out the black. Your Extreme Flex acrylic in just black is what you start with. For this, I'm going to start from the top, work my way down, so that as I paint under this scale, I can work down and then paint under this one versus trying to go up and then smashing them into the scale beneath, which will cause them to kind of dry together. So yeah, start at the top, work your way down. Okay, so your breastplate, you've got your black base. Make sure it's completely dry, and you'll see how the importance of painting from the top scales to the bottom has kept these scales separate versus being glued together by the paint. So now we can start doing our Fantasy Effects overlapping iridescent scale technique with this breastplate. We're going to use Hypnoglaze colors for these. We're going to use the legendary blue in the Extreme Flex Hypnoglaze. And I'm also going to mix it with a Dragon Wing, which is a green Hypnoglaze as well. And we're going to keep it organic, so I'm not going to go in like a design from like green on the outside to blue on the inside. I'm going to kind of mesh them around, so we're going to keep our colors separate until we blend them together, which means you're going to need separate daubers for each color. Because these are the highest points, well, it doesn't matter if it's the highest or lowest. We have adjacent pieces that will probably also get painted on just because of their closeness. So I'm going to paint the outside bits last. I'm going to start with the scales first so you can get a little bit messy, and then we'll just cover up any of our messes at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the blue. To do this, you're going to use a dauber, which is just like a sponge on a stick pretty much. You're going to offload most of your paint from the brush or the dauber rather than having it glop up on the brush. You don't want too much. You want to offload most of it because you can always add more layers to get a more vivid effect, but you really can't take it off once you've painted it on. The key here is to go lightly. You don't want to be smashing it in because we want to leave the under bits to go into a faded black. You don't want to crush paint up into there and make it look fake. I'm going to just kind of go in an organic pattern. I'm going to start with one corner, and we're just dabbing it. Whenever the paint looks whitish, that means you have plenty on there, and you might even have too much. So just kind of keep picking it up with your brush and dabbing into your next sections. I'm going to go ahead and kind of work in a diagonal, and I'm also going to go down a bit. Again, just picking organic routes that seem like they would look nice. You want to leave patches because we're going to have green in there, so you want to make sure you leave room for that. We're not covering everything in one color. Just go in an organic route. And I'm also going to do just maybe a little bit up here at the corner. Perfect. So as you can see, I went kind of in an S shape, and then I put a little bit up here in the corner. This is your main path, and then you're just going to blend out just lightly into the sections that are still unpainted, because we're going to overlap the colors so that they blend together. Just lightly blend out. Perfect. So you can see there's already a really cool effect here with the Hypnoglaze paints. We haven't even gotten everything finished yet. Now, if this ends up being too light, wait for it to dry first before you make any decisions. You just add more layers to get a more opaque or a more vivid effect, or you can leave it as is. But definitely let it dry completely before you make those decisions. So let's go ahead and get out our green. Separate dauber. Offload most of your paint. Put a little bit more green here because I'll probably need it. Okay. And we're going to start in the sections that are the most unpainted, so the centers of the unpainted sections, and then you're going to blend towards the blues. And I've got a black section here and here, so I'm going to start where it's the center of the unpainted. Sounds like a Game of Thrones name. Center of the unpainted dragon. All right. Start at the center of the unpainted section and blend in towards what you've already painted. So that means you're going to overlap just a little bit onto the blue sections for a natural gradient. Now I'm going to do my last section over here. So you can just back up and take a look at it. Are there any spots that look like they don't have enough color, like they don't blend in correctly? You can just dab over those and work at it. Lovely. Okay. I'm going to sit my dauber down for now. You can see there's already enough paint here to get the glaze effect. I might be done with just one coat because I really like how it has that nice sheen in the light. But you can see how it has a natural gradient from the blues to the greens in any of the given sections. Then to make sure your scales, again, are not getting painted to one another. So you just lightly paint at the top, but they don't stick to each other. Really the biggest issue would have been with your black. Because you're only painting the tops and the highest sections of these with the Hypnoglaze, you shouldn't have too much of an issue. So it looks really nice so far. So if I think that I'm done with this, and I'm pretty sure that this looks exactly how I want it, I could do a little bit more blues maybe. Some of those blues don't look vivid enough to me. Maybe I didn't add quite enough paint in certain sections, so I can go over. We'll go ahead and add a second coat here. Maybe make them a little more vivid in the sections that are all blue. A little brighter. Just so I can show you what that's like. Add some up here. where I had blue before as well. And then I can do some more green in the sections that need it. And that looks really nice. So whenever it's a little bit white, that means it's still wet, and as it dries, the whiteness kind of goes away on the paint and it turns into that hypnoglaze, the really glossy color. But this is what a second coat looks like. So again, it just makes it a little more vivid. And the more coats you add, the more vivid it will get. Awesome. I'm going to be done with the hypnoglaze. I think those look awesome. So it's time to paint the rest of this. Let's see what I got here. For, I think the base piece, let's decide what we like. This is Cloak Navy in the X-treme Flex Acrylic. I think I might do navy, and I might do some more hypnoglaze just here at the top to give a nice round sheen at the top too. So we'll go ahead and get ourselves set up with this. You can use a pretty wide brush for this. We're just going to be painting these solid sections here. So the areas where you might have gotten a little sloppy around the sides, this is a part where you can clean it up. It wouldn't have mattered because we're going to paint over it anyway. You see that helps make the scales pop as well because now you have that flat matte base. I'm being real careful here around the edges because I don't want to hit the scales, but I do want to make sure that I do the edges of any of the pieces that are supposed to be separate from the scales because there is hypnoglaze still on that part. Don't forget to paint the edges as well. I'm going to wait to paint the edge on the other side and on the bottom until the rest of this is dried. So go ahead and give it a solid half hour to dry before we keep going, just so we can play it safe. Okay, so your Fantasy Effects overlapping iridescent scale technique is pretty much done. But if you want to add anything a little extra, I did the navy for all of the pieces that weren't scales. And I thought maybe I'd show you just to add a little extra pop here. We can do maybe some swipes. It's navy, so I'm going to do a blue hypnoglaze again. And I'm going to use one of my these large stippling brushes. What are they called? Yeah, stippling brush. So you can just take a little bit of this blue paint. Remember, offload most of the paint. That's the secret to the hypnoglaze. You don't want much. Take a look at your paintbrush. Make sure there's no big spots of it. And I'm just going to kind of swipe just to add a little extra shine. just at the tops here where there would naturally be a shine from lighting. Don't forget to do your edges as well. And that just adds a little extra shine at the tops of the cups as well. And there you have it. You can attach this to whatever cosplay. For me, I made it so that I would probably add magnets on the back. So magnets into whatever, maybe a bodysuit that I'm wearing, and you would just magnetize your armor piece as your, I don't know, decorative breastplate, but you could do whatever works best for your cosplay. But I love using the hypno glazes for the fantasy effects. It adds a lot of dimension to the dragon scales, gives it sort of that otherworldly look. And I would highly recommend it. It's not too difficult, just takes a little practice, and you can have this for your cosplay as well.